All right, let's talk about English conditionals. I know. The moment you hear grammar, your eyes might glaze over. But stick with me, because this isn't about boring rules. This is about learning a communication superpower. It's the language of what if, and it lets us talk about everything from cold, hard facts to our wildest dreams. So, let's get into it.
So, I want to start with this question. What if grammar could actually bend reality? Because that's pretty much what conditionals do. Just by tweaking a verb, you can flip a whole conversation from what is happening to what could happen, what you wish would happen, or even what you regret didn't happen. It's kind of like having a remote control for reality.
And this is our remote control. We're calling it the what-if framework. Now, forget all the complicated grammar names for a second and just look at these two sliders. Is what you're saying real or unreal? And is it about the past, present, or future? That's it. Every single conditional sentence you can think of fits somewhere on this grid.
Here's another way to think about it. Every conditional has two parts, right? You've got the if part, that's the condition, and then the main part, which is the result. They're like two puzzle pieces that have to snap together. And for this explainer, we're going to go on a journey, starting at 100% solid reality and working our way all the way down to pure imagination.
Okay, first stop, let's plant our feet on solid ground. We're starting in the real world, talking about things that are totally factual, certain, and predictable. This is the grammar of certainty.
So here we are. See that reality slider? It's pushed all the way over to real. And the time slider is parked right on present. This spot right here, this is the home of the zero conditional. It's for stuff that's just always true. No doubt, no question about it.
And that's the key thing to get about the zero conditional. The result is a direct, guaranteed outcome. You know, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. It just does. Every time. When you drop a rock in water, it sinks. These aren't theories. They're stone-cold facts. And that's exactly what this conditional is for.
And the structure? It couldn't be simpler. You just use a present simple verb in the if part, and you guessed it, another present simple verb in the result part. And get this, you can swap if and when, and it means the exact same thing. Why? Well, because the outcome is 100% certain. If you heat water or when you heat water, doesn't matter. Same thing's going to happen.
Okay, let's nudge that time slider forward a bit. We are still planted firmly in the real zone, but now we're looking to the future. This is where the first conditional lives. It's the grammar we use for actual, realistic plans and things that are super likely to happen. This isn't just wishful thinking, this is what we do when we're making plans.
The logic here is really straightforward. A realistic action now is probably going to lead to a specific result later. If I save enough money, hey, that's a totally possible thing to do, right? I'll go on a cruise. And that is the very likely future result of saving that money. See? Simple cause and effect.
All right, everybody, take a deep breath. We've mastered the real world. But now, things are about to get a lot more interesting. We are officially leaving the land of facts and crossing the border into the world of imagination, dreams, and big what-ifs.
And look at that reality slider go. It's shifting over. We're not talking about solid plans anymore. We are now in hypothetical territory. This is the grammar you need for situations that are unlikely, totally impossible, or just pure fantasy. This is where the fun really begins. So, welcome to the second conditional. Our reality slider is now hanging out in the unreal section. We use this to talk about things we don't actually expect to happen. You know the classic example. If I won the lottery, I would quit my job. Is it likely? Probably not. But is it fun to talk about? Oh yeah.
Now this is the secret trick of the second conditional, and it's brilliant. We use a past tense verb, like won or had, but we're not actually talking about the past. We're talking about right now or the future. Using the past tense here is like a secret code. It's a little signal to the person you're talking to that says, hey, just so you know, what I'm saying right now, it's not real. It's a clever way to create some distance from reality.
So when do you use the first conditional versus the second? Well, it all comes down to what we can call the probability test. The grammar you choose sends a totally different message about how confident you are. If you say, if I practice hard, this song will sound great, you're making a real plan. But if you say, if I practiced more, that song would sound better, you're basically just daydreaming. That tiny verb change tells the whole story.
Okay, let's head to our final destination in the unreal zone. We're sliding that time marker all the way back into the past. This is the grammar we use when we're looking back at things that are done and dusted, things we just can't change.
And this is the third conditional. The reality slider is cranked all the way to unreal, and the time slider is locked on past. Now, why is it 100% unreal? Simple. You can't change the past. This is the language of hindsight, of thinking about what might have been. And yet, it's very often the grammar of regret.
The basic logic here is, well, it's a little sad, but it's simple. Both parts of the sentence are completely impossible. If we had left earlier, well, we didn't leave earlier. We would have caught the train, which means we definitely missed it. The action in the past didn't happen, so the result in the past couldn't happen either. It's a closed loop.
But wait, there's more. What if something you regret from the past is still affecting you right now? That, my friends, is a mixed conditional. You can think of it as time travel grammar. You're linking an unreal past situation, that's the third conditional part, like if you hadn't forgotten the keys, to an unreal present result, the second conditional part. We wouldn't be locked out right now. It perfectly connects a past mistake to a present problem.
Phew! Okay, we've traveled across time and reality. We've seen how this whole framework hangs together. Now let's bundle all of that up into a handy toolkit you can start using like today.
Here are 2 quick and dirty rules to help you sound like a total pro. First, the comma rule. If your sentence starts with the if part, you need a comma to separate the 2 clauses. If you put the result first, no comma needed. Easy. And second, the big danger zone. Never, ever, ever put will or would in the if clause. It's a super common mistake, and now you know how to dodge it.
And here it is, the grand finale, your ultimate cheat sheet, the master diagnostic matrix. This table lays out everything we just talked about on one screen. You can see the reality level, the time frame, and the exact verb formulas for every conditional. Seriously, pause the screen here if you need to. This is your map for any what-if conversation you could ever have.
So let's see how this works in the wild. Imagine a really bad job interview. How would you even talk about it? Well, you'd use the third conditional for regret. If I had checked the bus schedule, then you might use a mixed conditional for the present consequence. If I had gotten that job, I would be so happy now. And then the first conditional for your future plan. Next time, if I get an interview, I will be on time. See? You're weaving them all together to tell a story.
And that really is the main takeaway. It's about mastering the context, not just memorizing the rules. These conditionals aren't math problems. They're incredibly powerful storytelling tools. The verb you choose isn't just about getting the grammar right, it's about communicating your perspective. Are you stating a fact, dreaming about the future, or thinking back on a past you wish you could change?
So there you have it. You now have the framework. Those sliders for time and reality, they're in your hands now. You've got the tools to communicate with way more nuance and power. So the only question left is, what if conversation are you going to start?